Dipping your shank in shit. Now, if you want to help this channel out and the content I create for you guys, head on down to the Patreon, where you get early access to behind the scene vlogs, album reactions, daily patron suggested reactions, and access to exclusive podcast content. Link to the Patreon can be found in the description down below. And now I've been seeing clips of this one all over the TL, and I thought, hell fucking yes, I want to see what I go on for this one here. And this one is Block 6 with Young A6 and Lucii and Tzgwala, I do believe, with the plugged in freestyle with Fumez the engineer. So without further ado, let's get into this one. Plugged in. Blacked out, boy.
Sharp Fumez. In.
Come on.
6. Scared. 3A, 3KP. Through the man. I can't even talk on the drills we've done, cause the drills we've done might get me nicked. I ain't tryna buck into PC Smith, big ying on my hip and he knows where it is. Last time I cut from the Sid on the strip, next day took trips with a stick. One tripped and he nearly got hit, now broski's pissed, get rid of that drip. Fuck it, we gotta get rid of them garms. Swinging my Anglo arms, 3A6 A's reading the Psalms. I can never die and it ends like new flavour, fling it in pot. Pagans run from the gang, get dropped. Pirates water is looking like Voss and I trap me prof in his ting, I'm a boss. Got pulled by me. Got pulled by me. Got pulled by me and the aggro elbow did high knees.
Listen, that reminds you of all the MPK and also Zone 2's putting a spliff bar. Just the way it's kind of laid out, innit?
I trap me prof in his ting, I'm a boss. Got pulled by me. Got pulled by me. Got pulled by me and the aggro elbow did high knees. I don't know about being a victim. I never got my big rams, but I refuse to grip on the kitchen. Chingam, I won't get caught in a slip thing. Dip my shank up in humans, itch it deep and do the job right. I ain't got time for a fight, just back.
Yo, that's cold. Like, man's name's Lucii, innit? So it's kind of a take from Lucifer. When he's saying put it in humans, it's like he don't even count himself amongst that. As tapped as it is, it's a different level of flexing, you know what I mean?
Back my blade for the cranberry Sprite. What you know about dipping your shank in shit, trying to wet and infect chung man? What you know about sitting in back of the cab, got 10 Rambos?
Dipping your shank in shit.
You know about dipping your shank in shit, trying to wet and infect chung man? What you know?
Dipping your shank in shit, trying to wet and infect. Imagine I'm so confused right now because I don't know whether he's talking about literal shit or speaking of just different shit to fuck man up, but I kind of think he's talking about shit to juke a man. That's nasty. Not only are you getting the injury, you're getting infection on top. Yo, he's taking the street shit to next levels, I cannot lie.
Me and the aggro elbow did high knees. I don't know about being a victim. I never got my big rams, but I refuse to grip on the kitchen. Chingam, I won't get caught in a slip thing. Dip my shank up in humans, itch it deep and do the job right. I ain't got time for a fight, just back my blade for the cranberry Sprite. What you know about dipping your shank in shit, trying to wet and infect chung man? What you know about sitting in back of the cab, got 10 Rambos in a bag?
When their block gets spun, one gun shot from the Glock get done. You don't want to get bung, get lighted up like the party's ton. How can you say it's not beef when that's your G's and my gang made you run and loose put 2 in your brethren's back? That's 2. Are you fucking dumb? Must be smoking scud. He ain't ever draw blood, no, he ain't. But I still had red in my eyes that day on your block with the CHG1s. Cool one, you gave him more than a beat and I left him bleeding and TSG come. YP soaked up a pack, he cunt. And the gang said nicely done.
Violent goons, vigorous men, step trying to drench, put man on the bench.
You gotta appreciate Young A6's tone when he comes in it. Like the freestyle got a bit more serious in it. Let's take that back.
YP soaked up a pack, he cunt. And the gang said nicely done.
Violent goons, vigorous men, step trying to drench, put man on the bench. 28-inch, don't care if your henchman bought up your sibling, cousin and friend. Glad you slip on the 9mm, trying to feed road men, hot slugs and French. I was on the front line, you was in bed, them gems just snappers, smoke on blem. I fuck up the beat and I let wax beat, but the ops take pills cause they're way too stressed. Call me a surgeon, I open chest when I unclip chefs, make a youth digest. It's a blue story and it's tragic, when I see magic, I'll do him like
Yeah, you know what's coming. You heard it's a blue story.
Surgeon, I open chest when I unclip chefs, make a youth digest. Blue story and it's tragic, when I see magic, I'll do him like Vex. Head, neck, back or chest, when I swing this chest, my intent is death. I done call me a KSOT with 3 Rambos and I still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God.
Wait, what? He done caught him a case with how many Rambos?
Just my intent is death. I done call me a KSOT with 3 Rambos and I still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NF?
The ad-lib, why? Oi, nah, we're gonna find out, hold on.
I'm like vex, head, neck, back or chest. When I swing this shit, my intent is death. I don't call me a KSOT with 3 Rambos and I still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God. Fuck that, no man, no, I thank Satan. True says play and I do it a lot. 1-2 offering, my God, then rest of the day gets carried on. If
You know what, yeah? I cannot blame Fumez, you know. I cannot listen to this brother. Listen.
Still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God. Fuck that, no man, no, I thank Satan. True says play and I do it a lot. 1-2 offerings for my God, then rest of the day gets
Jesus.
carried on.
Nah, prayer's what's needed. What's going on here? Listen to him.
Head, neck, back or chest when I Rambos and I still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God. Fuck that, no man, no, I thank Satan. True says play and I do it a lot. 1-2 offerings for my God, then rest of the day gets carried on.
It's mad. Obviously, I've reacted to Block 6 before, so I'm used to these chattings from them, and it's tapped. I still gotta say this though, when it comes to bars about Satan, I do believe T Zando's got the hardest one.
Zando's got bare frustration. Rude boy is blatant. They said I was weird like the demon talk. I'll say what I want about Satan.
So far for me anyway, but looking at this is bloody tapped, I can't lie. And quite frankly, you can't really blame Fumez for sort of like, nah, separate me from all of this, you get it?
Dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God. Fuck that, no man, no, I thank Satan. True says play and I do it a lot. 1-2 offerings for my God, then rest of the day gets carried on. If I hop at the ride with 2 bank eyes, bro, don't run, don't cut. These swords are too.
Oi, wordplay. Yo, 2 bank eyes, don't run, don't cut.
And you cowboy with that dude, just rip that firm test out of your drum. Little man can't block her, don't be a flocker. Can't Milford and you see red rum.
Take a shot of the brown, no cat won't frown. Bugging out like I just made a big man drown. Other side of the bridge, just clowns. Go us, so we ducked him down. Next day, Sosa got round where they get back ting and he's clapping rounds. Had them man doing up burners, cause they ain't got no burners. Probably ran to his mum like, mum, there's a gun. She's probably like, not now, son. Man, do this for fun, whole place get ton. We was young when we copped our burners. One skid to the block, that's purges. Or he might cut through the part, no burgess. 2 man on a 1-2 swerving, do it on foot or brought down Peugeot.
Oi. Yeah, Fumez was out at that point. He AWOL, he'd gone, he'd left. It's not a that thing. Listen, man. Honestly, man, in UK drill, you always think of sort of where an artist gonna take things next.
I can't even talk on the drills we've done, cause the drills we've done might get me nicked. I ain't tryna buck into PC Smith, big ying on my hip and he knows where it is.
And what's gonna progress the scene forward in regards to keeping the attention on the UK scene.
Last time that I cut from the Sid on the strip, next day took trips with a stick. One tripped and he nearly got hit, now broski's pissed, get rid of that drip.
We know in music stuff like drama and beef, whether people like to admit it or not, is what got everybody talking about the UK drill scene.
When their block gets spun, 1 gunshot from the Glock get done. You don't want to get bung, get lighted up like the party's ton.
Because quite frankly, it's part of the culture.
How can you say it's not beef when that's your G's and my gang made you run and loose put 2 in your brethren's back? That's 2. Are you fucking dumb?
Now, in and amongst this, you have certain artists who have taken things a step further. But the question you have to personally ask yourself is whether these artists really believe and really do the things they're saying.
You back the hunting, leave him on the news. Pray to the devil, I left no clues. Pray to the devil, I left no clues.
Now, me personally, I'm not one to question somebody because I give people artistic license.
I don't call me a KSOT with 3 Rambos and I still got dropped. What you know about voodoo, NFA, next day, thank God.
But I do know, I was raised in a Christian household. And for me personally, Fumez the engineer himself set pace on the response.
Fuck that, no man, no, I thank Satan. True says play and I do it a lot. 1-2 offerings for my God, then rest of the day gets carried on.
Now, the dilemma for me is loving T Zando's music so much, and as I mentioned earlier, she's dropped bars which are similar. Do you yourself as a listener walk away from this?
Voodoo living, juju dippings, I always bust my case. Just bail out my big bro blaze and pray to oil for the fucking change.
I mean, it definitely got my attention, but the devil worshipping talk is not the only fucked up thing in this. I mean, it's UK drill. You're generally gonna get chingins, different descriptions of how to do in your ops. But as I keep mentioning, the star of this one being Lucii said some pretty tapped shit, quite literally.
What you know about dipping your shanky shit, trying to wet an infect trunk, man? What you know about sitting in back of the cab, got 10 Rambos in a bag?
Now, if we take the hype of all that stuff out of it, I'ma give it a 7, as each one of them came through, did their thing. But as I've been saying this entire reaction, Lucii most definitely stood out.
Got pulled by me, got pulled by me, got pulled by me, and the aggro elbow did her knees.
Let me know what you thought of this one in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys down there. Yo gang, it's your boy LeeToTheVI saying peace and love, and I'm out. Bow.